out here next to the greatest lake in all the world, the Atlantic Ocean. We're gonna be going after striped bass, black drum, bluefish, dogfish. We're gonna cook up a New Jersey specialty called pork roll, and we're gonna do it our way. We also have our special guest, Joe Cermele, joining us once again and tutoring us in the language of surf casting. I'm Nate P. This is Shore Lunch episode number 25. Welcome. Mr. Joe Cermele, Lord of all fishing writers. He's done it all. Outdoor Life, Field and Stream, Saltwater Fisherman, New Jersey Angling Weekly, and New York Fishing Academy magazine. He's the man, he's the myth, he's got the Cut and Retie podcast. Joe, honey, come here.
Ahoy!
Sailor, how did we do it again?
We're here again.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
We're going surf casting today. Would you give the people at home a little, a little know-how?
So we are at the northern end of Island Beach State Park here in Jersey. Undeveloped piece of beach, very beautiful. In high school, before I had money for boats and things, I was a surf fishing, just obsessed young man and spent a lot of time fishing here. We're gonna mix it up today. We're gonna soak some baits. We're gonna do some chunking, clams and bunkers, and throw some lures around while we're waiting for the bait rods. Based on what I'm hearing, we have smorgasbord opportunities.
Yes.
The striped bass are still running. There's been some black drum. I know you're very excited about the potential for a dogfish.
The dogfish.
Which around here, that's just horrible, but if it makes you smile, I'll smile with you. I gotta say, man, you have stepped into the Atlantic on an exceptionally beautiful day.
Wispy clouds in the sky, blue ocean, warm sand, good friends, makes a guy feel loved. And we gotta hurry up, there's kids catching fish down the beach, come on. Okay, we got bunker. Are these caught in these waters here?
They are. Proper name is Menhaden. Bunker's a local name. Beautiful.
Look at that.
There we go.
We're gonna hook this up just like we would a catfish bait. Through the skin on one side. Ooh, these are nice, tough fish. Out through the other side, and see that stinking scale right there? Get those off.
Well done.
Thank you.
Now tighten her up a bit so she's got a little bend, a little tighten bow. Real. Good, right there. And that one's a fishing. Now this, my friend, is what we lovingly refer to as slinging snot.
Slinging snot,
That's
all right.
the snot. This is the giant surf clam.
Yeah.
Very common here. We're gonna use a little nylon bait wrap because they're very soft. So I'm just gonna give that a couple ties around the eye there. This little valve here is the tough part, so you finish with that, because that stays on the hook the best.
Oh, nice.
And just very unceremoniously
wrap the bait.
Wrap it into a giant snot ball.
I'll give it a little kiss for luck.
Give it a little kiss for luck.
We're waiting for this rod to go. It's gonna go too. Something's messing around with it if you see the tip at all. We want this tip to just bend over and let that fish hook itself.
So while we're waiting for a bite on these bait rods, because I'm an antsy fellow, I have to throw. And there's some bluefish around. So I'm just hucking a metal jig out there and see if we can't scrape up a blue.
Getting a lot of action on this rod, man. I'm gonna reel this in and check the bait and put a fresh piece of bait on, okay? Look at how big this shit is we're using. It's almost as if something's just been picking at the bait. It still's got a good nice scent to it.
Have you actually put your toots in the water yet?
No, I'm going to.
It's quite refreshing.
Oh, that's chilly. Holy Moses. Well, he's bouncing that. I mean, he's making that bait under the water do this. Because that's what these fish crave. This guy's one of the most intense fisher people I've ever met in my life. He's so zoned in on catching a fucking bluefish. It's like he's squint in that bluefish's jaws. Jesus, look at that. Wait, he's digging something up now. What did he find, a sand flea?
Those are sand fleas.
Oh, cool. They're pretty cute. Oh, a double sand flea. You see this multicolored line here? You know what that's for? Once this line's all spent and you've used it all, you can reuse this line and knit yourself a nice sweater or a set of mittens. It's a yarn line.
Come on, icebreaker, let's go.
Sometimes fish can sense an agitated angler.
I believe that, actually.
I do too. They
know
sense
when
it.
you want them so bad that they stay away from you. I'm very antsy. I don't sit well in surf fish, so I have to be over here throwing something. But Nate is doing a fantastic job of monitoring the rods. I can have my back turned, and I'm not overly concerned. Tighten up a little bit, just tighten up a little bit. Take any slack out and then give it a minute. Don't move it too far, just take the slack up.
You ever see a fat guy hustle like that? We had a bite. Oh, Joe's got a fish on. Joe's got a fish on.
Small fish, but it's a something.
Who cares? Bring it on. Bring it on.
I'm leaning back, you gotta be there for me.
Oh, that's a baby blue. We got a bluefish, kids. Okay.
That's a dangerous scenario because these fish have crazy teeth, they will bite you, and there's treble hooks swinging around.
Oh, really?
Like that. Danger, that was danger. All right, that's some kind of icebreaker. Not the gator bluefish, it's a start.
The raw primitive power of a Joe Cermele cast equals the raw primitive power of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, I blew it. Oh, I blew it.
Joe did what they call pulled a Nate P. Something jumping on there. I got a feeling right here. He's out there trolling for...
slow trolling stripers.
I was going to say maybe he was trolling for a shark out there to protect the beachgoers.
Oh, yeah. Looking for cardboard fins and whatnot.
Yeah. We're not shutting this beach down for 4th of July weekend.
No.
Not a chance.
I mean, dude, I owe the Quint character partially for my love of fishing.
Yeah.
As a wee boy, when you're catching bluegills and stock trout, it's Jaws that plants the notion that there are big, badass things out there in the world to catch. Super fishy out here right now. It just feels fishy, looks fishy. Feels right, dude. It feels primed for something to happen. Every time I get up and come down here, I just throw something else. Storm shad now.
It's a chopper. So the fishing's been bullshit so far. We got to amp it up a little bit, right? When you think about Minneapolis, music.
Yeah.
Who's the first musician to come to mind?
Prince.
The purple one.
The purple one.
You're a fan of the movie?
I purify yourself in the water of Lake Minnetonka.
Excellent. I want to show you a quick video. A couple months ago, we went to the beautiful waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah.
And I went down and collected some of these waters.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I brought some of these waters with us.
Really?
Yes, I did. So what I'd like to do now is to purify you in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
My God, please.
The purple one blesses thee.
I'm absorbing it through my skin right now. It's altering my aura. That was... Damn, boy. Holy shit. Never in my wildest dreams. Water from Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, we could have went after some tap water.
Fantastic.
But we don't fuck around.
Fantastic.
On Shore Lunch, we don't fuck around. I wish these clouds would go away, show the sun a little bit, but man, the wind whipping through my hair, shit. Feels good. We're gonna keep the rods in. We think some action's gonna be happening.'re gonna be making some pork roll, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
This is a big deal for you.
It is.
For multiple reasons. You've never had the pork roll.
Nope.
This is sort of like the state meat of New Jersey. You can't mess this up. The northern half of this state calls this Taylor ham.
Yeah.
The southern half, the correct half, calls it pork roll. I want to take this opportunity to point out on the packaging, this says Taylor, as made by the legendary John Taylor, pork, and then roll.
Pork roll.
Right there. Never has this said ham.
This is a thing here, you guys.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a thing.
We have lottery tickets that are pork roll versus Taylor ham, scratch-offs. So the classic pork roll sandwich in Jersey is just pork roll, egg, cheese.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper, ketchup on a hard roll. That's like the standard here in the state. So this is, which I'm excited about, your take on just a pork roll, egg, and cheese.
Whoa! Let's get this in here. I'm gonna cut these croissants and we're gonna use this mayo to toast them. Don't do this at home, kids. Squirt some of that on there and just use that spatula there to give it a little coating, would you?
Can do.
This is like speed toasting here. The flavor on these things is gonna be epic. Can you make me up a couple fruit bowls?
I can. You getting the essence?
Oh my God, it smells so good.
See?
It's like tangy ham.
Yes.
It's got a canvas wrapping on it. My gut tells me to cut it about this thin. Now I'm just gonna do a little chiffonade.
I've never known anyone to chiffonade pork roll before.
The reason that I'm putting the chiffonade on it is because I want to get as much crispiness on each bite and each corner of this pork roll.
Okay.
Listen to that. Holy moly.
Another first for me on the shore lunch, making a fruit salad.
Making a fruit salad.
Oceanside.
I'm gonna need you to take that same knife, cut up a bit of arugula,
yes,
and some chives, small as you can possibly get. You know, it's not really an aioli because we're not mixing the eggs and the oil at the same time.
I'm not opposed to chopping arugula, but I feel like the finer I make it, the more it just blows away behind me.
If it's a little bit of a more rustic chop, fine. I get that all nice and incorporated. This is my first time trying the pork roll. I'm so excited. It has the mouthfeel of like a nice tender salami, but it tastes like bacon with a little tang to it. Oh, this is shore lunch approved. These eggs are gonna cook nice and quick. We're gonna use some Munster. Putting a little pepper on these eggs. Oh my God. Look at how this cheese is getting this nice cheesy crust on it here. After I get this slapped on there, I'm gonna have you put on a little handful of arugula and then bag it up.
Oh!
That's all right.
Yeah, we lost the arugula, you know.
Can you pull just enough off without sanding it? These are gonna be messy and good. We're gonna get out of here.
You've done New Jersey so proud with that. That is next level pork roll. Oh my God.
Everything about this sandwich is what I want. And I think I'm gonna start having pork roll shipped into the Twin Cities.
You can actually take it in your check bag. It preserves very well. I'm not entirely sure it needs to be refrigerated for months on end. I got the vapors. It's so good.
It's sweet, it's tart, it's salty, it's umami, it's all flavors at once.
Luckily, the fish quieted down long enough so we could enjoy it.
Dude.
So you got runny eggs and very greasy meat, and then we've added grease of mayo and a croissant to this. Jesus Christ, dude, that's a sandwich.
Today's Fork Cam is brought to you by the fine people over at Fork Cam. That's right. Fork Cam is sponsoring Fork Cam today. If you like what we do and you want to help us do more of this fun stuff, we're looking for sponsors. Would Fork Cam represent your brand well? Eric, honey, I think we do your brand proud. You can email us at shorelunchNateP@gmail.com or go ahead and message us on Instagram. God, this fruit's so good. I think I was getting scurvy. This is a perfectly rejuvenating meal.
I'm a firm believer in breaking out a sandwich on a trip sometimes resets things.
Yes.
Food resets fishing.
It's happening right now. We're getting this nice big clam on here. These things are so meaty.
Very hard for me to give up because at any second, dude, the whole thing could go down.
We've been getting after it pretty hard. Rebaiting, moving shit around. I had to put on a smock because it was getting cold out here. Brainstorm mode. We got a half hour left, man. That's an eternity in fish years, you know that?
Yeah.
1/2 hour to a fish is 1,000 years to a human. Think about that.
We've been soaking for what, 5 hours now?
5
6 hours?
I'm sun beat today. I think the sun just really took it all out of me.
You're very red.
It's because I'm angry.
Joe, touch his face. Does it turn white when you push it?
No.
Hey, this has been episode 25. Shore Lunch with Nate P. We had the great Joe Cermele on. Had a really good time. Thanks a lot for being our guest.
Anytime you boys want to come out.
Really?
There's a IKEA futon waiting for you.
See you next time. Ta-ta.
Am I doing that right?
Oh, it's perfect. You're waving goodbye to yourself.
I got that fishing in my system. Bluegill gonna be my victim. I got that fishing in my system. Walleye gonna be my victim. I got that fishing in my system. Crappie gonna be my victim.